What if everything you thought you knew about desire was wrong? What if the force driving your dreams, your creativity, even your restless nights, was not just sex, but something far deeper, far more mysterious? Carl Jung called it the river of life itself. And today, I'm going to show you how this hidden force shapes everything you are and everything you could become. Part 1. Understanding libido beyond sexual energy. The common misunderstanding. When most people hear the word libido, they immediately think of sexual desire. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, defined libido as sexual energy, the primary force driving human behavior, dreams, and anxieties. According to Freud, nearly every action and thought could be traced back to repressed sexual urges. This idea captured the public imagination and became widely accepted in psychology and popular culture. Carl Jung's radical idea. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, began his career as a close follower of Freud. He respected Freud's theories, but soon noticed patterns that could not be explained solely by sexual energy. Some patients displayed intense creativity, spiritual experiences, or strong inner motivation that did not appear linked to sex. Jung concluded that Freud's definition was too narrow. Jung proposed a broader concept of libido. It was not just sexual energy, but a form of life energy. He called it psychic energy, a force that drives humans toward growth, creativity, problem-solving, and personal transformation. Sexual desire, according to Jung, was only a small part of this energy. This idea represented a major departure from Freud and eventually led to their professional split. Real-life examples. Jung observed this life energy in his patients. A painter might feel a strong urge to create art late at night. A scientist could be obsessed with solving a difficult problem. A student might dedicate countless hours to learning a new skill. Jung interpreted these behaviors as expressions of libido, the life force, rather than sexual impulses. This broader understanding opened the door to exploring creativity, ambition, and spirituality as natural expressions of human energy. Practical lesson for everyday life. Recognizing libido as life energy has practical applications. Whenever you feel restless, curious, or motivated to pursue something deeply, it is a manifestation of this energy. By acknowledging and channeling it, you can improve your personal development, creative output, and problem-solving abilities. The key is not to dismiss these urges as random or trivial, but to use them constructively. For example, if you feel a sudden desire to start a new project or learn a new skill, this is your life energy signaling you to act. Similarly, moments of strong focus, determination, or inspiration are expressions of libido that can lead to tangible accomplishments. Jung's concept teaches us to recognize and respect this inner force as a tool for growth and achievement. Historical context. Jung's reinterpretation of libido caused controversy in the early 20th century psychological community. Freud's followers criticized Jung for moving away from a focus on sexual energy. Nevertheless, Jung's ideas allowed him to explore broader aspects of human psychology, including myths, dreams, and spirituality. He studied how life energy manifests across cultures and history, emphasizing that human behavior is motivated by more than just sexual impulses. Conclusion of Part 1. By expanding the concept of libido beyond sex, Jung offered a new perspective on human potential. Life energy fuels creativity, ambition, learning, and even personal transformation. Understanding this concept can help individuals recognize the sources of their inner motivation and apply them to personal growth and creative endeavors. Part 2. How libido manifests in real life. Jung's observations from clinical work. Carl Jung's theory of libido as life energy was not just abstract. He based it on years of careful observation of his patients. In his clinical notes, Jung recorded patterns of behavior that could not be explained solely by sexual desire. For example, some patients experience sudden bursts of creativity, writing poetry, painting, or composing music without any sexual motivation involved. Others were drawn to spiritual practices or philosophical studies with intense focus and determination. Jung concluded that these behaviors were expressions of psychic energy. Libido, in this sense, drives people toward personal growth, self-expression, and transformation. It can take many forms: intellectual, emotional, artistic, or social. Sexual desire is just one possible expression, not the defining factor. Case studies, creativity, and transformation. One of Jung's famous case studies involved a young artist who experienced recurring dreams of light and color patterns. The artist felt compelled to paint these visions, which were initially chaotic and confusing. Jung interpreted these dreams as manifestations of psychic energy, the artist's libido directing him toward creativity and self-expression. Over time, the artist developed a unique style that became celebrated in his community. In another case, Jung studied individuals who underwent profound spiritual awakenings. These people often reported an inner force that pushed them toward meditation, introspection, and service to others. Freud would likely have interpreted their behaviors as sublimated sexual energy. Jung, however, saw these as expressions of the life force, demonstrating that libido can manifest as moral, intellectual, or spiritual motivation. The role of dreams. Jung placed special emphasis on dreams as a window into psychic energy. He observed that dreams often reveal what motivates a person at a deeper level. A person dreaming of climbing mountains, solving complex problems, or helping others may be guided by the same life energy that drives sexual desire but expressed in a non-sexual form. Dreams, therefore, can provide insight into how libido is Implications for personal growth. Understanding libido as life energy has important practical implications. Many people feel restless or frustrated when they are not channeling this energy effectively. Jung suggested that recognizing where this energy flows can help individuals focus on activities that are meaningful and fulfilling. For example, someone might feel compelled to start a business, create art, or engage in scientific research. Instead of seeing this drive as a random impulse or distraction, Jung's perspective encourages us to treat it as an essential part of our personal development. Life energy, when acknowledged and directed, can lead to tangible achievements and inner satisfaction. Social and cultural impact. Jung also explored how this life energy influences culture and society. He studied myths, religion, and folklore, noting that societies often channel human energy into shared rituals, artistic expression, and moral frameworks. Festivals, traditions, and creative movements are manifestations of collective libido energy expressed not just individually but across communities. For instance, the Renaissance period in Europe can be seen as a historical example of libido, channeled into art, science, and philosophy. Individuals who followed their inner energy contributed to innovations that transformed society, demonstrating Jung's principle on a large scale. Practical takeaways. From these observations, viewers can draw several lessons. Recognize that your drives and impulses may be expressions of life energy, not just physical desire. Channel your energy toward productive or creative activities to maximize personal growth. Pay attention to dreams, inspirations, and moments of intense curiosity. They reveal where your libido flows. Understand that culture, art, and social engagement are ways humanity collectively channels this life energy. By seeing libido as life energy rather than sexual energy alone, Jung offered a powerful framework for understanding human motivation, creativity, and transformation. Part 3. Applying Jung's concept of life energy today. Recognizing your life energy. Now that we understand libido as life energy, the next step is recognizing it in ourselves. Many people mistake this energy for simple excitement, distraction, or even restlessness. Jung's insight teaches us that these feelings often indicate a deeper drive toward growth, creativity, or purpose. Pay attention to moments when you feel fully absorbed in an activity, when time seems to disappear, or when curiosity and passion push you forward. This is your life energy in action. Unlike fleeting moods or simple urges, this energy persists and seeks expression. Recognizing it is the first step toward harnessing it effectively, directing energy toward personal growth. Once you recognize your life energy, the next challenge is channeling it constructively. Jung emphasized the importance of conscious engagement with this force. Rather than allowing impulses to dissipate aimlessly, you can direct your energy toward meaningful goals, learning a new skill, pursuing a creative project, or deepening your understanding of yourself and the world. For example, A musician may feel a strong urge to compose or practice. This is libido expressed creatively. A researcher may find themselves consumed by solving a complex problem. By intentionally focusing on these pursuits, you transform raw energy into tangible accomplishments and personal fulfillment, enhancing creativity and problem-solving. Jung's concept of life energy also explains why some of our best ideas and solutions arise during periods of intense focus or curiosity. Life energy fuels the brain and imagination, enabling insight that may not occur through mere logical reasoning. By identifying what sparks your energy, whether it's writing, painting, designing, or studying, you can enhance both creativity and problem-solving skills. In modern workplaces, education, and artistic endeavors, understanding this principle allows individuals to optimize performance. Those who ignore their inner drives risk frustration, stagnation, or burnout, while those who recognize and direct their energy can achieve extraordinary results. Balancing energy in daily life. Jung also warned against over-identifying with one type of expression. Life energy can manifest in multiple areas: intellectual, emotional, creative, spiritual, or physical. Overemphasizing one aspect, such as work or pleasure, can create imbalance and inner conflict. For instance, someone entirely focused on career success might neglect personal relationships or creative pursuits. By consciously balancing how you express your life energy, you can achieve greater harmony, well-being, and long-term satisfaction. Life energy in relationships. Jung observed that libido also affects social and personal relationships. Strong connections often emerge when life energy flows freely and is mutually recognized. Couples, friends, and collaborators who respect each other's drives and passions can enhance creativity and growth together. Conversely, misunderstanding or suppressing life energy in relationships can lead to conflict, frustration, or emotional stagnation. Recognizing libido as a broader life force encourages empathy, support, and shared growth in personal and professional interactions. Practical steps to harness life energy. To put Jung's ideas into practice today. 1. Observe your inner drives. Notice what activities energize you and make you feel alive. 2. Channel energy intentionally. Focus your energy on projects, skills, or passions that align with your values. 3. Use dreams and reflection. Reflect on recurring thoughts, inspirations, or dreams. They often indicate where your life energy is directed. 4. Balance different expressions. Ensure that your intellectual, creative, emotional, and social energies are nurtured. 5. Engage in growth-oriented activities. Use hobbies, learning, and meaningful work to express and expand your life energy. Conclusion: unlocking human potential. Carl Jung's redefinition of libido as life energy transforms the way we understand human motivation, creativity, and personal development. It is not just sexual desire that drives us. It is a complex, multifaceted force present in every aspect of our lives. By recognizing and channeling this energy, we can achieve higher levels of creativity, fulfillment, and self-awareness. In essence, understanding and harnessing your life energy allows you to live more fully, work more creatively, and connect more deeply with others. Jung's insights remain remarkably relevant today, offering a guide to unlock human potential in both personal and societal contexts.